Hi, welcome. Today we'll be talking about troubleshooting revenue problems. So this will be interesting for you if you're in a situation where you find that revenue is just not up to par or you're really struggling with sales. So I'll be sharing some of the key insights that I've gained from the last 5 years working with close to over 500 entrepreneurs. So let's dive right into it and see what are some of the most common revenue related problems and how to solve them. So first off, these are the three main ones that I've identified. Number one, not having enough leads. Number two, trouble closing those leads. And then number three, simply having too long of a sales cycle. So getting them from prospect all the way to a paying customer. So if you don't have enough leads, you have a top of funnel problem. So that's a tofu problem. Here are some possible reasons and some ways you can start to address it. Number one, you might have a marketing related challenge. So perhaps you are not on the right channels. Maybe your customers better convert on LinkedIn, or they're actually hanging out in trade shows, but instead you're pursuing them on Instagram or on Facebook, right? Or it could be that you have the right channels, but you're not saying the right things. You're not resonating with them. You're not using the right verbiage or language. So test your copy. Another thing that could be causing it is you might not be making sales a priority. So this happens mostly with entrepreneurs that are not comfortable with selling. I see it a lot with coaches and consultants. So what happens is they don't have any customers, they get worried, and then they do a lot of sales, and then they get a whole bunch of customers, they're busy servicing those customers, and they don't do any sales, and then they again don't have any customers again. So they get into that cycle where they have customers, no customers, customers, no customers, right? So make sure you're consistent and constant with actually pursuing sales. The third thing that could be happening is you might be using the wrong growth model for your business. So most businesses will use multiple, but let's say, for example, if you're a really innovative solution, or if you're in a really competitive space where everyone is doing the same thing that you're doing, and people won't really understand the value of your business or your service until they've experienced it firsthand. And the keyword here is experience it. If that's the kind of situation you're in and you go out and do paid advertising and marketing, it's really hard to articulate and talk about the value of your solution until people experience it. So the paid model of growth might not be the right model of growth. Maybe you're better suited to go after the viral model of growth. So if you're not too sure about the growth models, I'll post a link to another video where I talk about it in more detail. The fourth possible reason is maybe you're getting leads, but a lot of them are leaking out of your funnel. So what that means is you can imagine that you have a funnel where you get people into the funnel, those are your leads, and then they convert out the bottom and become your paid customers. And at each stage of your funnel, people are going to drop off. So for example, you might have people who view your ad, click on your ad, go to your website, and then sign up for a webinar. So when someone drops off, if they click on your ad, but they don't sign up for the webinar, that's called leakage, right? So if you have leakage, you want to make sure that you're recapturing or retargeting some of that leakage. So think about, what can you do for retargeting? So again, I talk about this in another video, so I'll post a link to that as well. So I hope some of these tips have been helpful for you. Start to reflect and think about what might be indicative in your business and what you could start to play around with. Of course, happy to brainstorm ideas with you as well. I'll be talking tomorrow about the other two problems. So here's my contact. Feel free to search me up on YouTube. I have a full playlist on different daily sales tips. So just Chin Heng Chang, or you can search it all as one word. And here's my email as well. All right, enjoy your day.